Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Leap Online Payments webinar. My name is Meredith Cordell, and I am the Regional Sales Manager for Leap Online Payments. Today, we'll start by exploring the benefits of Leap Online Payments and how they can help your firm get paid faster and more efficiently. We'll walk through the simple process of accepting payments, along with best practices to help ensure a smooth experience for both you and your clients. You'll see exactly what the invoice footers look like, and we'll take a guided tour of the Leap Online Payments dashboard, your central hub for tracking, managing, and receiving payments. We'll also show you how to apply payments directly within Leap and introduce optional features like payment reminders and surcharging that can further enhance your payment process. There is a great deal of value derived from using Leap Online Payments, which we will cover throughout this webinar. To highlight the main benefits, Leap Online Payments helps firms do the following. Get paid faster. When clients submit payments to your firm, you will see the funds in your firm's account soon after. Reduce the need for manual bookkeeping. Once clients make payments, the funds will post back to the matter within Leap automatically. No need for manual reconciliation. Receive payment on outstanding invoices. Our payment reminders feature automatically sends clients reminders about outstanding invoices based on your unique preferences. Additionally, there is no monthly or yearly cost to firms. This is included with your Leap membership. Let's start by opening a matter within Leap, and I'll showcase how to locate the payment footers on your invoices. Within the matter, click on an invoice and open it. Then click on the print icon at the top left of the invoice and select Dynamic Invoice. Here we have what a typical invoice would look like. At the bottom, you'll see the footer. We have the QR code. Your clients can scan that and pay via Google Pay or Apple Pay with no additional fee for the firm or the client. They can also click Pay Online, which will open up Matter Statement checkout window. If your client has multiple outstanding invoices, they will appear on the left with the total amount on the top right. This feature is designed to help your firm collect larger payments. However, if the client only wants to pay one invoice or just a few, they can simply click Clear All and then pick the specific invoice or invoices they would like to pay. If we look towards the right, clients can choose to pay by credit or debit card, in which case they will be prompted to enter the required card details. Alternatively, they can select e-check and the system will request the information needed for that payment method. When clients pay via one of these integrated shared options from the invoice associated with the matter, three things will happen. The firm is notified via email. Secondly, the client is emailed a copy of the receipt. And lastly, the funds will post back to the matter within Leap. No manual bookkeeping is required. Next, let's take a quick look at trust fund requests and how to request those trust funds to the trust account from the matter. Go back to the matter within Leap and click the Trust Funds tab at the top left. Here you can enter the amount you would like to charge the client and the reason. When you are done editing, click Save and Close. There's our trust funds request. Let's double click to open that up. As you can see, you can email it out using the three dots on the top right. However, for this purpose, we will print to screen so we can see the payment footer. Keep in mind that Leap is matter specific, therefore we will see the same payment footer at the bottom as we did on the invoice a moment ago. The Pay Online link and the QR code are unique to the matter. You will also see the amount and the reason you entered in the trust funds request. The major difference here is that once the funds are received, these will go directly to the firm's trust account. For the next part of our session, we will look at how easy it is to access the Leap Online Payments dashboard within Leap. From the matter list, click Menu at the top left, then Settings, bottom left, and Application Settings, top middle. From this page, click Integrations and Linked Accounts. From here, click Go to FeeWise Dashboard. The first tab you will see is the Transactions tab. This gives you an overview of all the payments the firm has received via Leap Online Payments. As the firm, you can track all the way from the first payment you received to any payments received the same day. The payments post in live time. As your clients make payments to the firm, The payments will be posted here in live time as line items. Each line item will have a date. That is the date the client paid the firm. In the second column is a reference number that is letting you know where the payment came from. A couple examples of things you will see appear under reference are invoice, which means the client paid via the invoice footer. A few other examples of things that you may see appear under reference are P-Link, which means payment link, C-Safe, which means card safe, and P-Plan, which means payment plan. Next, you have a payment reference if you need that for support purposes. You have a debtor name, otherwise known as a payer name. Following that, if the client pays via the footer at the bottom of their invoice, that is connected back to the matter within LEAP. Therefore, the matter name and number will show there. Next, you have the account the funds are going to be deposited into. Finally, you have the amount of the payment and the status. The two statuses you will see are paid, which means funds have reached the firm's bank account, or processing, which means funds are on the way to the firm's bank account. We typically say 2 to 4 days processing time, understanding it will be closer to 2, but accounting for the possibility of a weekend or a holiday within that timeline. As I said earlier, every time clients pay via Leap Online Payments, they will be emailed a copy of their receipt automatically. However, if anyone at the firm needs to re-receipt a client, simply click on the line item and you'll see two options on the far right: print and resend receipt. This is just in the case you need to re-receipt someone. Below you'll see a refund button. Clicking on it will issue a full or a partial refund. Below that are several reasons to select from, followed by a notes section, and a member of the firm will be asked to put their initials to authorize the refund. The next tab is payouts. We do one lump sum deposit per bank account per day, with no action needed on the firm's end to make that happen automatically. A record of previous firm payouts will populate here as line items. For each line item, you'll have the date you sent the funds to the firm's bank account and a reference that will be a live link, which will have your itemized receipt of what the firm received that day in the lump sum daily deposit. Next, you will have the number of transactions. That is the number of client payments that make up the daily lump sum deposit. After that, you will have the account the funds are going into, operating or trust, and the type of account also operating or trust. Finally, on the far right, you'll have the amount of the lump sum daily deposit. Going back to the reference link for a moment, let's click on November 3rd as an example. You will see the breakdown of what payments the firm received that day that makes up the lump sum daily deposit. Each payment here is shown as a line item with the applicable information, and you'll see the total amount at the top. Now let's go through the payment links tab on the left, which has been popular. This feature is entirely customizable and firms can use this for any purpose they'd like. However, they are especially useful for two scenarios. The first being pre-matter funds. Instead of having the client wait in your office while you set up the matter within Leap, you can create an invoice and accept pre-matter funds here before the client leaves your office. Examples are consultation fees, operating retainer, trust funds, etc. Secondly, this is great for partial payments as well. For example, if the client would like to contribute less than the invoice total, the firm can set up a partial payment link here ready to share. Say you have a client on the phone or in the office ready to submit payment, you will go to your partial payment link and click the share button. There we will see 3 share options. You could download the QR code and put that on your firm's website so clients always have the access to pay you even if they lose their invoice. If partial payments are commonly accepted by the firm, we strongly recommend setting this up. Secondly, you can email the client the link and they can pay on their end. Finally, you can copy the link, paste in a Google tab, and take payment information yourself. Next, we will review how to create a payment link. To do this, click Create New Link and title it the firm's name at the top since it is client-facing. Add a description. This would be the reason for the link. Next, we have the deposit account. This is where the funds are to be deposited. Next, we have 2 options. A fixed amount is for an amount that does not fluctuate. Think pre-matter funds like consultation fees. The second option is a payer enters the amount, which grays out that amount field and allows you to dictate at time of payment how much the client will pay. Under Collect Payer Details, we have 2 options. You can make it optional for the client to put their reference name or number if they have one or if they are aware of it at time of payment. Secondly, phone contact number, which makes it mandatory for the clients to put in their reference number at time of payment. Finally, we will click Create Payment Link. You'll see your selections there on the left. On the top middle, you will have your first chance to edit the payment link. As always, the firm will receive notification via email, and the client will be emailed a copy of their receipt upon payment. Keep in mind, payment links are unintegrated, so when you accept funds this way, you'll need to post it back to the matter within Leap, which is very easy to do. Let's walk through how to do this. Go to the Operating Accounting tab and click Receive Payment on the top towards the middle. Once here, you will enter the total payment amount, the type of a payment that was received, and enter the amount of the payment you would like to apply to this invoice. If the payment was not received today, you can edit the date on the right. If you would like to apply the payment as a new line item, you can click the New Retainer Line button on the left. Leap Online payments are intended for firms to get paid in a timely manner. In order to help collect outstanding invoices, we have parent reminders. Parent reminders are customizable and you can manage reminders within Leap. To get started, click Menu, Other, and Parent Reminders. First, we have to set up reminders. Early reminders allows you to set a number of days before the invoice is due to remind the clients to pay it. You can set a number of days here, and below that, you can toggle the email switch on so the clients receive notifications via email. The email they would receive is shown here. The information would autofill based on what is in the matter. Clients can click to pay via this button. Our second option is toggling on the text notification switch. The text the clients receive is below and would look very similar to the email they would receive. Once you have made changes, click the Save button on the bottom right. Next, we have first, second, and third and ongoing reminders. Not all of these reminders are mandatory, they are optional, but you have up to 5 reminders to go out to clients, all with the optional email and text choices. Keep in mind you can adjust the number of days after the invoice is due that the reminders go out. Moving on to stop reminders here at the top. You can click the stop reminder button and either click details to see the breakdown of what the invoices have not been paid on the matter, or you can click the stop reminder button, which will stop all parent reminders on the matter. If you would like to restart reminders on the matter, simply click the restart button. Lastly is the history button. This allows firms to track payment reminders. For each payment reminder, you have a sent date. The second column has a matter name and number. Here you have the type of funds request, whether that be an invoice, trust funds request, etc., and the number. You have a date, that is the date the invoice was created. And then you have a due date, that is the date the invoice was due, the recipient of the payment reminder, and the type column, which shows whether the payment reminders are ongoing or not. Second to last is the email associated with the recipient and the status of the parent reminder, which is next sent column. Next, we will go over CardSafe. Now, CardSafe is fully encrypted. Firms will only be able to see the cardholder name, brand of the card, the last 4 digits, and the expiration date. That will appear in a column towards the right. On the far right, we will have a charge button next to each saved card as well, so firms can charge right here for the dashboard. As far as saving card information goes, click the Add a Card button on the top right. As you can see, there are 2 options for saving card information. You can enter the client's card information on your end, whether they are in the office or over the phone. You would have to click the box at the bottom saying the cardholder has given the firm consent. The second option on the right is Request from Client. That would send the client an encrypted form to complete on their end. The request message is customizable. You have an example there, but you can always backspace that and modify that to your liking. Let's jump into another popular feature, payment plans. Payment plans allows the firm to set up automatic and recurring payments from their clients. Let's say you have an invoice for $10,000 and the client wants to split this into 10 payments. The frequency options are monthly, biweekly, weekly, and annually. First, choose a start date, and then enter the total due and the number of payments. Plan summary, as you can see, will provide you with the date breakdown, so you can discuss that with your clients. Plan information is for the firm's use. You will need to title the plan, and you will have 2 extra fields there if you need those for reconciliation purposes. Just keep in mind, payment plans are unintegrated. The plan description box will appear on the client's receipt. Select the deposit account, operating or trust. You have 2 options for your payment method. You can either charge a saved card by typing in the cardholder name here, or you can click Request from Client. Again, that will email the client an encrypted form to complete on their end. Once the payment plan is created, the client will receive a confirmation email just letting them know the payment plan has been created. Now let's review the information options available via the Settings tab. First, the firm and account section will have the firm's information listed here. Next, the Billing tab, which contains all the past invoices and allows you to review your billing account. Next, the Branding tab allows you to update the firm name and upload a company logo. Finally, let's discuss surcharging. The firm can opt into surcharging and pass the transactional fees along to your clients. We have a short 1-page form we will need back from your firm if you'd like to opt into surcharging. Note, we cannot advise on surcharge rate as that pertains to state laws. If you have any questions on surcharge rate, you may contact your bank, your state bar, or review the resources on the form. We will need that to be completed and returned to us, then we will submit it for approval. Once the firm has been approved for surcharging, you will receive an email from our support team letting you know surcharging has gone into effect. The client will have 2 warnings at checkout where they submit their payment. Once before they input their card information and once before they confirm payment. Both notices will appear as line items. That is everything I have to share with you all today. Thank you for attending our Leap Online Payments webinar. Please reach out if you have any questions. Again, my name is Meredith Cordell. Here is my contact information and a QR code to book a demo. Thank you.